pick up the blitz. Flag is thrown. There's your first down and a lot more for Demaryius Thomas.
9-9
Swing
gorilla.
and a shot by Freeman. Deep into the night. Back-to-back homers for the Braves. Blake Griffin will turn. Shoot a three for the win. Bounce. They go. Here comes the big land. They go.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Friday night. You know what that means? It's time for the number one sports podcast in the world. It's time for Sports4U. Live on YouTube. I'm John. Mark will be here shortly. But we had to go ahead and get the show started. Live on your TV screens, on your Xboxes, however you watch YouTube. We are here. What up, Sam? Live on YouTube and on X. So hit that subscribe button for Sports4U podcast on YouTube. If you're new to the show, you can scan this nice QR code right here. You scan that, and you can take you right to the Sports4U YouTube channel. You also could go to the Culture Class YouTube channel as well. So make sure you subscribe to both of those channels as well. What up, BK? We are live on YouTube and X today. So make sure you follow us on all social media, Facebook, YouTube, X, Instagram, and on TikTok at Sports4U Podcast. You can follow me at John Watson 0984 on X and Instagram. What up, Chris? You can follow Mark on Instagram. Hi, I'm Mark. Hi, I'm Mark1. And then you can follow Nick on X, Instagram at 99 Gorilla. This is our last show of the year. Because we missed the announcement, this is our final show for 2025. The next time we will be back on air will be in 2026 for our first show of the year. That would be a week from tonight, next Friday. No show this Tuesday. I have to go out of the city on assignment, so we all wanted to end the last show together, so that's why there will be no show on next Tuesday. But here we are. We're going to recap everything that went on in the world of sports in the last 24 hours. Obviously, but most importantly, what went on in sports in the year 2025. So let's get to it. Let's talk about yesterday. Obviously, yesterday was Christmas. I hope everyone had a blessed Christmas. Hope everybody was safe. Hope Santa came through and gave you what you was looking for. Hope everybody wasn't naughty. I was on the nice list and I'm on the naughty list. Well, if you're on a naughty list for a whole nother reason, but that's a whole nother conversation. But if for Christmas, NBA yesterday, NFL, it was a lot of gift giving yesterday. There was a lot going on in the world in the NBA on the holidays. Obviously, this conversation about the first show, as I just stated, Sam, the first show of the year will be next Friday, January 2nd. That'll be the first show for Sports4U 2026. So I will miss y'all. But we hope y'all have a good new year, and we will see y'all in the new year after tonight, because obviously there'll be no show on December 30th, which traditionally is our last show. We usually do one show final show before New Year's, but unfortunately schedule conflicting will not let that happen on this year. But let's talk about what went down yesterday. Let's start off with the NFL. NFL had 3 games on Christmas night, Christmas Day and night, I should say. It's a damn nice large money in his bank account for Christmas. Mom earrings. Oh, okay, big spender Sam, I see you. But let's look at these games as we want to start this year in review show. We started early with the Dallas Cowboys. They faced off against the Washington Commanders, and they won that game 30-23. The game looked bit closer than it did, but Indiana Cowboys, they pretty much dominated the game, and obviously the Commanders were obviously playing with their third string quarterback, longtime veteran Josh Johnson. Like you thought this game was first advertised, you're thinking, okay, you're going to get Dak Prescott versus Jaden Daniels on Christmas Day. Only to wake up to only to see Jaden Daniels be just rattled with injuries all year long, and ended up being Jaden Daniels. We thought would have been Dak Prescott versus Marcus Mariota. Only ended up being Dak Prescott versus Josh Johnson. And what up, Candace? But that's really how the game went, and Cowboys got the victory 30-23. Then in the second game, we went out to the NFC North. All these games were division games. All these games were division games, and then you had the Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, really nothing to play for. No J.J. McCarthy. We thought this game was going to be J.J. McCarthy versus Jared Goff. Well, that wasn't the case. It ended up being Jared Goff versus Max Bosmer, or I call him Boone's Farm. I can't even pronounce the dude's last. I kept getting the dude's last name wrong. But Mac Brosmer, or whatever his name is, there's obviously backup. They ended up going with him because obviously J.J. McCarthy suffered a hand injury during their game on Sunday versus the Giants. And the Vikings played spoiler. And how did they play spoiler? They beat the Detroit Lions 23-10. And with that, they knocked the Detroit Lions out of the playoffs. So, and that win clinched the playoff berth for the Green Bay Packers. And we'll talk about them because obviously they're scheduled to take the field in 24 hours, and they're going to be very short, and they're going to be shorthanded. So we'll talk about that. But the Detroit Lions eliminated from playoff contention because of the Minnesota Vikings. And now the Packers are in, and the Vikings are spoiler. And the Vikings play spoiler. Then, in the nightcap, we have my Denver Broncos go to Kansas City in a game we thought we were supposed to see Patrick Mahomes versus Bo Nix. We ended up seeing Patrick Mahomes. We ended up seeing some people were calling him a Timu Mahomes. We saw Bo Nix versus Chris. I can't even pronounce this dude's last name. And my Broncos ended up prevailing 20-13 as Mark is entering the building. Obviously, it wasn't a pretty game, but my boys got it done, and they move one step closer now to trying to claim the number one seed in the AFC and possibly the AFC West if we see the Chargers lose tomorrow afternoon to Cody's Houston Texans. Yeah, those were the games that were on the NFL slate for Christmas. They were not the games were not that good to look at. I'm not gonna lie to you. They weren't. They were talking to a guy who had a vested interest with the Broncos playing, and it did not. No, it did not look good at all. So you ask how the NFL looked against the NBA. It did not look good at all. I'll tell you that straight up. But those were the games. Mark, you catch any of these games yesterday?
Yeah, I watched most of them. That Vikings-Lions game, atrocious. Detroit got knocked up the playoffs with a quarterback throwing for 51 yards. That was horrible. The first game was useless. And then y'all game, y'all figured out, y'all did what y'all always do. Figure out how to win.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, Nick Wright said, a win is a win. I get it. You got a vested interest because you're a Chiefs fan. But let's be clear. We got the job done, and that's all that matters. What were you saying? Where was this when we beat y'all with? When y'all had Patrick Mahomes in Denver? You bringing up all these games where we played, but now what happened when we beat y'all when y'all were at full? We had a full roster. So I want to hear that crap.
Chris, what up?
Right. It's convenient. Yeah, you bring it up because it's convenient now, but I want to hear that crap.
Also, he didn't have the same energy last year when his Chiefs won a bunch of one-possession games. A bunch of sorry-ass teams.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, God forbid. Shut up. Shut up. But yeah, those were how the NFL games went. And we'll definitely talk about we got games tomorrow. And obviously we definitely got games on Sunday. So let's move on to the originators of playing sports on Christmas. That's the National Basketball Association. And we're going to transition there, and then we'll get into our year review. 5 games yesterday in the NBA. Starting at the top right here with the New York Knicks come from behind victory against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, it's nothing like watching Christmas basketball at the Garden, watching the Garden on Christmas. And Jalen Brunson showed up big time. And I said, it's Donovan Mitchell at a game, obviously, being back in his hometown of New York and playing in the Garden on Christmas. Probably a dream come true for him.
I can't wait for that point for the Knicks.
But unfortunately, it was just not enough to get them over the hump and get them the W. But the Knicks did their job. Then in the second game, it sounds like we have a team that's going to give the reigning NBA champion some issues.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the San Antonio Spurs.
The San Antonio Spurs, for the third time in 2 weeks, defeated the NBA champion Oklahoma City Thunder. First time was in Vegas during the semifinals of the NBA Cup. Then they beat them this past Tuesday by 20. And then they just went on Christmas. They went yesterday on Christmas by 15.
Mm-hmm.
And the games where right now Victor Wembanyama is still coming off the bench. He's not starting yet.
I don't probably know that. I don't know that bet.
Sorry about that. Yeah, he's right now. He's coming off the bench. He's not starting for the Spurs, and right now the Spurs have the second best record in the West right now, behind the Thunder.
But they played them 3 times already, and they won by 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So let's go over to. Let's continue to go out west.
Candace said, Wemby has restored my hope.
Restored your hope in what, though, Candace? We've been saying the dude's a problem. So let's look at the rest of the Christmas games. We get over to the Bay Area, and the Warriors in Cooper Flag had his Christmas Day debut, but unfortunately, it was just the Warriors. Yeah, shit, he does have to stay healthy. But as long as and that's why I think he's coming off the bench right now. They're monitoring his minutes to make sure he does not put himself in any jeopardy. I hope in the NBA. Don't worry, we'll get to the Lakers in a minute. But with respect, Cooper Flag had a good debut on Christmas, but it just wasn't enough against the Warriors. The Warriors got the W. By the way, playtime. Steph Curry showed up in the old school Iversons. So, played the game in Klay Thompson's shoes.
Oh, that's dope. That's really dope.
So now
it was looking bleak to me.
Well, it's still early. You
can stand by Wendy.
Oh no, he's gonna look. Eventually, he's gonna keep it together. He just gotta take some time, and obviously, the dude's 7'4". These dudes don't grow on trees. But the Warriors got the win over the Mavericks, 126-116 in San Francisco yesterday. Then let's go to the nightcaps for the other night. Probably the last time we see LeBron James versus Kevin Durant on Christmas Day, and it did not. The game did not end well for the Lakers. Probably the worst game. That was literally the worst game of the day. Worst game of the day.
Hopefully that is the last time.
Because the Houston Rockets came in there and they boat raced the Los Angeles Lakers.
Who played for Lakers?
LeBron James, Luka Doncic.
Oh, everybody played.
No, everybody played. They had their whole squad back yesterday. So
I do have a question on certain things from the Lakers related.
But this game was over from the jump. They clearly the Rockets controlled the game the whole game, controlled the whole night. They led from buzzer to buzzer, and they won by 23, 119-96. And then to me, this was the guest game of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll talk about Austin Reeves in a second. But this rivalry between the Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets. He has a great two catch ring. But the Denver Nuggets and Minnesota Timberwolves go into overtime, and they put on a Christmas Day classic. You thought the game was over, and then Anthony Edwards hits a three in the corner, rescinds the game into overtime, and then Nikola Jokic just goes pretty much insane in overtime. It has a 55, 15 rebounds, 16 assists, or vice versa, and the Nuggets get the win, 142-138 in overtime.
Hey, can we finally admit that Rudy Gobert got a good defensive player?
Sure, yeah, tell me, George. I thought he stole one from Anthony Davis. I thought he stole one from Ben Simmons. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
And that's how the NBA looked on Christmas Day. Look, and I agree with Charles Barkley. Look, NFL, I know you were riding this momentum of how the NFL did, how NFL did on Christmas during COVID. But let me say this again. And look, they're going to be around for – it's not going to stop. Netflix might have games on next year when Christmas is on a Friday, so it's not going anywhere. But let me just say this, and I've been saying this since the pandemic. Football is meant to be played on Sunday nights and Monday nights and now Thursday nights.
And not Tuesday.
No Tuesdays, no Wednesdays. Friday, I'll let it slide because obviously
it depends on what level you at.
Exactly. Saturday, okay. But I don't want to see football no more on a Wednesday or on a Wednesday. Last night was a Thursday. It was that one convenience where Thursday night football, and NBA and
But
NFL.
if you really get technical, a lot of Thursday night games this year have been bad. So we can do away with that. You see that?
Yeah.
We can do away with Thursday night games too.
I mean, the NFL being who they normally are, which is businessman, greedy. But if this has been these last 2 years on Christmas, only thing everyone's been talking about has been these halftime shows on Christmas. With last year was Beyonce, this year it was Snoop and Friends. Nobody's talking about how bad the product was. And my team played, so I can tell you. And that would have been a normal Thursday night game. So it wasn't moved up to no because it was on Netflix. This would have been if the Netflix didn't have their double header, we would have still had Thursday night football with the Broncos and the Chiefs on Prime Video. But let's get rid of that. But hope everybody had a safe Christmas. Let's get back to the casino sports. I'm going to stick with the NBA. And I got to talk about the Lakers. They stink on defense. I'm a Lakers fan. They stink on defense.
That was my question about to ask.
They stink on defense. You know who said it? You know who agrees with me?
The coach.
That'd be one JJ Redick. Because you go in the last 3 Laker games when they've been every game the Lakers have lost this season. By the way, they've lost by double digits. Every loss has been a double-digit loss. And the last 3 losses have been just flat-out boat races. No effort, not even trying to play defense. And JJ Redick, he called him out after we got ran off the floor by the Suns Tuesday night. And he did it last night after we got ran off the floor by the Houston Rockets.
Hey, JJ, first, what did you notice from Austin and the Cat at halftime to make the decision for him not to return?
It was not my decision, but Austin clearly felt something. So we did our normal halftime, and then as we were walking out of the locker room, Dr. Sims told me he was out.
I'm sure you'll have to wait for more info, but just any initial concern about him moving forward with that?
I don't have any info.
What did you see overall in the game, kind of starting in that first quarter of the glass and the turnovers, and how that prevailed through it?
Yeah, the two words of the day were effort and execution.
Which they didn't either.
I feel like we've done both of those things at a high level. We've been a good basketball team. When we haven't, we're a terrible basketball team. And tonight we were a terrible basketball team. And that started legitimately right away.
When you point to that, I mean, I would assume they had the offensive rebounds in the first 2 misses, a thing that I would imagine you talked about a lot. Well, as a coach, what does that feel like when you're on the sideline and you've keyed in on something and within 48 seconds it goes?
Yeah, it doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter how I feel.
Well, why do you think your team was unable to execute the things that it was tasked with?
Because we don't care enough right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that bothers you a lot. We don't care enough to do the things that are necessary. We don't care enough to be a professional. It's we had it. We had it. This is I always say this about culture. I always say this about the team being a good team being a functioning organism. It can change like that. We don't have it right now.
And you talk about today is modern basketball. You guys have 2 days off, but I guess you guys are only going to practice once. How do you improve on these things when you can't practice enough?
Oh, we practice them all the time. It's not, again, it goes back to what I said the other night. It's a matter of making the choice. And too often we have guys that don't want to make that choice. And it's pretty consistent who those guys are. And so Saturday's practice, I told the guys, it's going to be uncomfortable. The meeting is going to be uncomfortable. I'm not doing another 53 games like this.
Pre-game, you mentioned a stretch in March of last season where you thought maybe this was a little similar, or at least the feeling of it was similar. Was there anything that you recall that your team did to get out of it, to kind of get the momentum back that could be replicable in this situation?
Yeah, I mean, I think every group is different, and the circumstances of trying to get out of it, I think, are different.
Well, that was JJ Redick last night after the Lakers got boat raced on Christmas by 23 points. Oh, hello.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Nice backdrop, by the way. You see the nice backdrop here.
I see the front drop too.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Muchas gracias. Oh. All right, Mark. You know, I'm gonna let you go first because you have no dog in this fight like I do, like Candace, Sam. Those of us who are Laker fans. You coach high school. You've coached before. Translate what JJ Redick was saying to everybody, please.
At the professional level, I want to see what he means. But if it was a high school level, everybody's job is up for grabs right now. It's not about if you're good, it's about effort. And it seems like there's not a person on that team that's really making the effort to do the winning play. Everybody want to score. Everybody probably can score, but that's not what's going to win you games. And as a coach, you see certain things like that. You start seeing some of the players who pretty good at scoring or really good at scoring stuff and lack off on the smaller things that can help you win games or help you lose games or help you not even be in games at all. At the professional level, it's hard to see. It's hard to say what he can do. But only thing I can say is if that was one of the teams we was coaching, for the next 3 or 4 practices, we have practices without no basketball.
All right, man. Let me say this. Let me check a sip of my Pepsi real quick. You're not winning a championship if you're gonna be the worst defense in the league. You ain't gotta be the 90s Bulls, the Bad Boy Pistons, or some of these good lockdown teams from back in the day, even the 04 Pistons that beat Shaq and Kobe. You ain't got to be like one of those lockdown teams where you got to be like one of the best defensive teams in basketball. But you damn sure can be outside the top 15. Yeah, Pops was right. They're not playing any defense. And it's obvious who isn't. It's Luka. It's Austin Reeves.
It's LeBron.
It's LeBron. And let me say this with LeBron. I don't expect him to, but there's some things he has to still give effort.
It's still effort.
He's still some things he got to give effort to.
Effort. And that was my question I was about to ask. Is why is everybody coming down on LeBron, but 90% of that starting lineup don't play defense?
The person who I've been hearing come out on LeBron is Kendrick Perkins.
Oh, it's more than just him.
Well, I'm going to focus on him because he's been the main one lately. He thinks LeBron's packed it in. He's pretty much, we all know Rich Paul and Max Kellerman have this new podcast with the Ringer. And he thinks, and I heard Ryan Clark say it today, people thinking when they're hearing Rich Paul talk on this podcast, which I find it hard to believe because Rich Paul is his own man. When he hears Rich Paul say the Lakers aren't a championship team because they don't play defense, he's thinking that is LeBron telling him that information.
No, I think
your eyes will tell you the Lakers don't play defense.
Yeah, I think Rich Paul's been around enough basketball to see what's really going on. He don't need LeBron to tell him that.
I mean, you don't have to have bifocal glasses to see the Lakers are a turnstile on defense. DeAndre Ayton, Rui, no. This is what you bought in Marcus Smart for? This is not Marcus Smart from 5 years ago. Jared Vanderbilt, he was getting beat a lot on the baseline. So, yeah, I'm really intrigued to see what's going to happen tomorrow when JJ has this team meeting and they practice tomorrow and everything. But I want to stick to this situation with JJ because people are wondering, is this the proper technique to get to motivate his players. Like this has been the second straight press conference where he's pretty much winning on the players, and they're claiming he's not taking. Well, specifically two people. It was Kendrick Perkins and Kenyon Martin. Saying he's not taking no accountability, saying that whole effort, like Kenyon Martin said, that whole effort, the execution thing. That I saw that when I took my little girl, when I took my kid, dropped my kid off at kindergarten. Those are school. That's schoolwork. That's schoolwork talk.
But John, I'm gonna say this. It's stuff that you learn at the bottom level, at the basics of level. But it's also things that hurt the highest of level of athletes. Mm-hmm. It's effort. No, we're not expecting, nobody in the NBA is expecting Luka to be first team all defense.
Right.
But you know what make you a decent defender, at bare minimum, a decent defender player? Effort. The want to. These people don't look like, and I'm going to just use the top three, the Luka, the Austin Reeves, and LeBron. They don't look like they want to play. Mm-hmm. They look like they don't want to play defense. It look like they good with, we can outscore you.
I think that's what the issue. That's the problem.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, effort seems so basic that we shouldn't be talking about it right now. And we shouldn't be because it's professional athletes. Effort should just be there automatically. A lot of effort is there.
Kansas said, I don't think he's capable of coaching. And she kind of agreed with King. Let me say this with JJ. And this is where I came. All right, so I'll get to Sam's comment in a second, but I'm going to
come on.
Even some of the worst teams play defense or at least try. Yeah, it's effort.
It's the want to.
You got to want to play defense. Luka's never been that guy who's want to play defense. Austin Reeves hasn't been that guy. LeBron, at one point was one of the best defenders in basketball. But as he got older, and let me be clear, this did not start when he was with the Lakers. I know people are saying this all. No. When he got on his second run in Cleveland, go watch him. Go listen to him in Hassan. He'll tell you that because remember, LeBron went back to Cleveland right at the end of his prime. Went back into Cleveland near the ending of his prime.
I'm gonna say this: with LeBron in Cleveland, that turn-on mode to play defense happened a lot more because he can still play defense. He just didn't do it all game when he went back that second stint in Cleveland. He at points could still be the best defender on the court, no matter who's on the court. Mm-hmm. He turned it on now, and of course, I might expect him to. Dog, my age, man, I walk around with a limp. So you know,
here, LeBron the same age. He be 41. I'm 41. He be 41 on Tuesday.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not expecting him to try to go out here and lock down some of these NBA star quality players. But again, it's just effort. You can put a body on somebody. You can box out. It's just effort, different effort you can do to try to help win games.
It's all effort. Like Chicago defense to offense just won them the game tonight. I was just watching. They beat the Sixers.
The last one.
Oh, what Candace said. I think if Bron don't care for the team, he won't.
I do think there is something there, and I don't think it's being spoken about enough. There's a rift between Lakers and LeBron.
Clearly. I can tell you what it is. It's the new ownership that's coming in. Mark Walter is coming in, and Clutch Sports does not have the cachet that they're going to have that they had with the Bush family,
right?
And that's going to happen because LeBron's on his way out. And look, they made this mistake with Kobe. They also did it with Magic.
Paying them pass when they should have been paying
exactly.
Them. Yeah.
They did this with Magic and Kobe. They did it with the two greatest Lakers of all time. And it took them years to recover. When Magic retired in 91 or 92, they didn't get back to the finals since 2000. Now, granted, with Kobe, when we got Bron in 2018, it took us 2 years to get to the finals, but we hadn't been to the finals. It took a decade from 2010 to 2019. So this is just, and LeBron knew this was, and LeBron had said that, look, he knows this eventually going to be Luka's team. But now, I always tell you this when it comes to great players. It's hard to give up that power until you know you have to. Kobe never wanted to give it up, and then you saw how it ended. He was getting held up with duct tape and water. I don't think Bron wants to do that. He wants to be able to walk out on his own power.
I do think that at some point, I do, and I haven't watched all y'all games. You and Candace, and y'all can tell me more than I know.
Uh-huh.
But I've seen LeBron relinquish a lot of the way he plays in order for Luka and Austin Reeves to thrive on offense.
Well, let me say this. LeBron has been, and this might sound blasphemy to say, he has been kind of like the number 3 on the team.
He is. And I think he's fallen into that role exceptionally on offense. But the only problem is if you look at a lot of these teams that's winning championships, they first and second best player, one of them can be great at defense or just doing their best at defense.
That's right.
No matter who it is. You look at Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, you look at SGA and J-Dub. You have one of those players who is great at defense and another one who's going to give his effort. He might not be the best defender, but you see him giving effort. You see him fighting.
And you look at it right now, look at the Spurs. Wemby's probably going to be defensive player of the year.
He is, but they whole perimeter and then gives effort. I'm not even saying they great defenders.
No, Stephon Castle, Vassell, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson. These dudes ain't Stephon Castle's
a good defender.
Vassell's is an okay defender.
Okay.
Keldon Johnson
on the fence, but
yeah.
what it is
effort.
They give effort.
Right.
It's still want to. And when you want to play defense, whether you're good at it or not, you might come up with 3 or 4 stops out of 10. And that's all you might need sometimes.
That's it. You just got to want to.
Kenneth just said retire.
Well, look, he's not going to announce that. I don't think none of us are going to know when he retires. Shut up, Shut up, Fat. Like I said months ago, don't think for 1 minute that Art Walter ain't evaluated everything with this. Look, I said it too, Sam.
But see, my thing is this, John.
What's up?
And this is and I got something to tell you about how I feel about it. You know I got Jordan as a GOAT.
Yes.
But I got something to tell you off air about people who got Jordan as a GOAT. About what's going on right now.
Oh boy. Wait to hear this. Wait to hear this.
As bad as LeBron's been playing on defense,
you
know 2 players who've been playing worse than him?
They are currently in the league?
No, that's currently on the Lakers.
Oh, easy.
Austin Reeves and
Luka. That's easy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all expecting 41-year-old LeBron to be 25-year-old LeBron. Why?
I know LeBron is superhuman, but Father Time is undefeated. And they say this: LeBron is giving Father Time a run for its money, but in the end, Father Time will have the W, and he's getting the W, and he's getting the W now. He's gonna. It was bound to happen. I know we don't want to see it. Some people do. I didn't want to believe it. I thought he would be that one that can go 12 rounds with age.
He in round 11 right now.
But right now he's fighting the championship round right now.
He in round 11 right now.
It's going to be it's going to the cards. And eventually, when it goes to the cards, it's in the hands of the judges. And the judges usually, if the judges don't see something they don't like, they usually go with the favorite. Usually the favorite. And the favorite in this situation is Father Time. What up, Lay? Come on, South Ladies. My bad. But yeah, I look. These games were good yesterday. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad to you too. These games were good. But I want to go back to this. To the Spurs. To go back to all these other games that we saw. The football games, whatever. We'll talk about that because obviously we got some questions about the Lions. Boy. I heard Kenyon Martin say this about Donovan Mitchell. I don't know. It's now Kenyon Martin. Everyone is harping about everything Kenyon Martin says. This is all dream thing. So Kenyon Martin on Gil's Arena says he compares. He put Donovan Mitchell in that category with guys like Damian Lillard. They're good, but they don't make their teams better. He's an undersized guard, scoring guard, not the best defender, but he doesn't make
3-6-4,
about 6'3".
Uh-huh.
But he doesn't make the team better. He doesn't make the team better. And I'm looking at Jalen Brunson, who's probably about the same height,
a little shorter,
pretty much the same skill set. Pretty much the same skill set. And he carried the Knicks to a victory yesterday afternoon.
I gotta watch more Cleveland before I can.
Right now, they're in the play-in, so they're not. This isn't the same Cleveland from last year.
I know. I just gotta watch more Cleveland to see, because I haven't really been watching too much of their games.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to watch more Cleveland to see before I say he don't make his teams better.
All right, then we go to and we just talked about this game. We were talking about this game earlier. That second game between the Spurs and the Thunder. We talked about how the Spurs, Mary Thickness. Shout out to Mary Thickness. Okay. We talked about how it seemed like the Spurs have the Thunder's number. If push came to shove, I think we all know the answer here. You got these two in the best of 7. How much are you favoring OKC over the Spurs?
I've been around basketball too much in my life, man. I'm not just picking a team because on paper they better.
Mm-hmm.
Matchup cause fights.
What up, Hova?
Matchup cause fights, and I do think that San Antonio match up really well with OKC.
Right.
When you look at them on paper, OKC should beat them, but I do think that where OKC the weakness that OKC is that they can be soft at times.
Mm-hmm.
And the strength of San Antonio is where they're weak at, San Antonio is strong at.
Right.
That all that guard play, all that perimeter play, like you need to be it need to be some physicality to match up with the Spurs. They're not even, like I said, they're not even the best players. They just play hard. They play physical, offense and defense.
And I think,
and I only want to say is win because Wemby had 12 points, and they still won.
The game was De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle.
That's what I'm saying. It's so they put so much pressure on SGA. They put pressure on
Jalen Williams, on Chet Holmgren. It was not.
It's scoring from each and every 1 through 3 consistently with the Spurs, and you don't know where it's coming from or anything. That's why it's tough for OKC, I think.
So we was talking about the Cleveland on that. So John Wall earlier tonight on NBA Prime, you see him on TV right there with Rudy Gay, Dwayne Wade, and Taylor Rooks. Shout out. He says,
"And really, with the bad news y'all talking about?" Never mind. Go ahead.
Yo, you good? So John Wall saying, I think they got to make a big change. That Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell just not getting along. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are just too soft. Jeff Teague suggested, how about the Lakers trade Bronny to Cleveland for Jared Allen? And I think, was it DeAndre Hunter, or Darius Garland? One of them. I think it was DeAndre Hunter. But anyway, I don't know why the Lakers would do that trade, but that's a whole other conversation.
I do.
I mean, I like Jared Allen, but it's
it'll help the team.
But yeah, that's what everyone. That's talking about with Cleveland.
And I want LeBron to get out of the league.
I
think he deserves more than that.
I think he's going at the end of this year. I think he's retiring. He's just not telling nobody. We already talked about the Lakers, and then let's talk about the Rockets are a good team. Kevin Durant makes them better. Amen Thompson, dog. Tari Eason, shout out to you, Jay. Dog. Obviously, Şengün is a good player. Jabari Smith's a good player.
I think some people going on in Houston that it's not being spoken about enough. Either. Between Kevin Durant and Sengun.
Yeah. But yeah, they look good, and then obviously look, Dallas clearly. Oh, shout out to the Tamales. Dallas, they gotta make a decision. Anthony Davis unfortunately got hurt again yesterday. Barkley suggested just trade him. Now I don't know who you're gonna trade him for, but
yeah, that's not.
I don't know who's taking on Anthony Davis with off another injury.
Only one person who can is Clippers, and if they trade, what's the guard that they got from what's that dude from Washington name? Bradley Beal. If they trade that contract,
Jesus Christ, Bradley Beal. Oh man. Yeah.
He keeps getting hurt because they keep rushing him back.
Well, if he didn't want to play, he would try. Let that man heal his body. They said he's eating his tamales into the new year. Shout out. And then in the last game, I think we really forgot about how Nikola Jokic. Now, this is a Denver team that did not have Aaron Gordon. They don't have Cam Johnson. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I see it. It's a full moon night. Okay. I'm saying with Jokic, 55, 15, and 16, and he broke Steph Curry's record for most points in the overtime. What's wrong? Cam Johnson, he had a knee injury, so he's going to be reevaluated in 4 to 6 weeks. By the way, for those wondering, Austin Reeves, grade 2 calf strain, he'll be reevaluated in a month. But they didn't have, like I said, no Aaron Gordon, no Cam Johnson last night. And Jokic, Jamal Murray, they pretty much carried this team to a victory again. And Jokic was making it look effortless last night. Effortless last night. And it was effortless. And I say again, it is very effortless how good this man, and much as I hate the Nuggets, but I love Brown.
Oh, that's the white boy that played for the Nuggets. You're right.
Oh, but he didn't play either. That's another one. They're down 3 starters. I like Christian Brown. Nikola Jokic just became the favorite once again to win MVP off one night. But yeah. He's probably going to have his 4th MVP. Imagine that. I know who's MVP right now, though. Yeah. Most valuable. Or MVP. Yeah.
John.
Oh, I'm bad. I say something else?
John.
No. Yeah, but but obviously in the Timberwolves, obviously Anthony Edwards got ejected in overtime, but he did what he could to keep him in there. But the Nuggets were just a more superior team. That was nothing they could do about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that background. Oh, it's champions. Something you don't know nothing about, hey? Sorry. That's a background of champions. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you talking about those champions right there? The back-to-back World Series champion Dodgers? Oh, yeah, that's champions, man. Some people in San Diego don't know nothing about. I'm sorry. Chargers don't know nothing about being champions. Padres don't know nothing about being champions.
John, are you good, though?
I'm just saying, you gonna throw a shot. You better be ready.
John, are you okay?
No, ain't no. Yo, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Come on now.
John, are you okay?
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, she said she didn't like my background. What's wrong with our background? This background was finally decorated by the best in the business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we're gonna get to that because that's part of our year review. But yeah, those are games, and obviously, look, the Lakers got some stuff they got to figure out, and I'll be waiting to see how things are going to go when this players only meet, this whatever meeting they have tomorrow. Because I definitely will be glued to my phone when the media talks to JJ tomorrow after practice. All right, let's get to what we're here to do. This is our year review show.
Oh.
So our year review show, we're gonna review all the best stuff in sports from 2025 as we're going into a new year in a matter of days.
I'm putting myself in calling no names.
Okay.
Because
But let's look at the sports world. We could talk about the champions. Let's start in the world of college, the college sports. Ohio State, they went on to win the national championship. Defeating Notre Dame. And then in college football, Florida went on to win the men's national championship, defeating Houston in men's college basketball. But the women are back. I'm not supposed to like this dude because, Vol Nation all day. I got to respect this team. The UConn Women Huskies, led by Paige Buckets, in her final year, go on to become the national champions in women's college basketball. And obviously, Paige Beckers goes ahead and becomes the number 1 pick by the Dallas Wings. She wins Rookie of the Year. Mark, what did you think of this year of women's college basketball?
Politically correct answer, right?
Mm-hmm. Or not.
Salute to the UConn, the Lady Huskies and Gino.
Yeah.
Paige is really a hooper.
Yeah, she is.
And I think the women's game is really becoming exciting. It's becoming really exciting. I have some questions about the bottom half of women's basketball. It's some bullshit, but yeah.
You talking about the bottom half? They be getting those?
No, I'm talking about the ones that be losing by 95 points. That'd be some bullshit.
Oh, those schools are just not good, bro. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, why do they keep playing the team that's good? That'd be my question. All right, never mind.
Because the recruiting, look, we don't know, recruiting wise, every girl who's a 5-star come out of high school now always want to go to UConn, Tennessee, South Carolina, or even LSU, or even to a lesser degree LSU. They want to play for Kim Mulkey, Gino Auriemma, Dawn Staley.
I get all that.
Or obviously following the legacy of the late great Pat Summitt.
I get that.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to see the team that Julian Newman dad is coaching playing against fucking Notre Dame, and Notre Dame went about 120. That don't do nothing.
That's another school for about Notre Dame.
That don't do nothing. Like that shit is crazy to me. Like I hate seeing that. I hate when I look on ESPN and the score be like 125-12. Man, what are we doing here?
I can't say same thing with USC playing below bottom teams.
But also USC is playing the top tier. They're just losing, but they're playing the UConn. They're playing Notre Dame. I'm not mad at that. I feel like the teams that we do.
Yeah, but let's stick with the women's hoops. But congratulations to them because the women's hoops continue. We had champions. We had that's a dynasty. Look, a dynasty in the WNBA. Y'all better start putting some respect on the Las Vegas Aces. Asia Wilson won another MVP this year, and they bounced back, winning their 3rd title in 4 years. They took a year off to let the New York Liberty get the title. Then they came back and they took care of business. And Asia Wilson was looking like Asia Wilson. She let the season start off. We all thought Nafisa Collier was going to win MVP. Asia Wilson just said, "Okay, time to flip the switch." And when she flipped the switch, that switch did not come off until they hoisted that commissioner's trophy in their home in the NBA in the WNBA finals.
Shout out to Asia Wilson, who is slowly becoming the greatest WNBA player.
Yes. I don't know. Look, man,
gotta listen to my words. I'm saying the greatest WNBA player.
She is literally look. She's probably on the Mount Rushmore now, but she is slowly selling people.
And this Brian.
Yeah, I mean, look. I mean, you saw the schools that be playing Candace. You watch women's hoops all the time. You having like South Carolina playing Appalachian State or something. Like she really is. She can retire and go. Oh, she's going. Yeah, they already got her.
She walked into the hall already.
The hall's already there. Her jersey's already there. They're just waiting for her to say. They're just waiting. The plaque's already being
They're
built.
just waiting for her to hang them up.
Exactly. They're just waiting to put the expiration date on her career. That's all it is. The plaque is already up to Springfield. But yeah, point guard Chelsea, obviously Chelsea Gray. Obviously, they traded Kelsey Young to the Sparks. And they just didn't lose a beat. Jackie Young.
They started off slow, but then
Lloyd. It was just
they
became who we thought they are. Freaking dynasty. Now we just wait to see what happens because obviously we expect the WNBA is in a lockout. It's probably going to go vote to strike. And that's just going to stink that we're not going to see any WNBA. Now they're going to start playing in the
other league.
I forgot the name of the league that fast. I just saw the commercial for it. In the women's round 3 league that's ran by Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart. Oh, Unrivaled. And they'll start that in a few weeks. So, and then you're gonna definitely see a lot of calculative moves in the Unrivaled league. That's gonna throw some shots at the WNBA. In fact, stop hating on the WNBA, please. Let's go to let's stick with basketball. And then we got the team who's right now the reigning NBA champs, Oklahoma City Thunder. Obviously, last year they bounced back after losing to Dallas, and eventually they now become the NBA champs, SGA MVP, Conference Finals MVP, Finals MVP. Chet Holmgren stays healthy. Jalen Williams becomes an All-NBA player. Alex Caruso was low-key one of the best off-season acquisitions for that team. Trading a guy like Josh Giddey, who they were very high on and drafted.
He was like 13th pick, right?
Yeah, it was very high. I think he was higher. It might have been 7th. Yeah, you good? Yeah, you. Wait a minute. What the heck? Yo, you all right, man?
My bad.
Yeah, you good?
That was unfortunate.
Yeah. At your age. Yeah. And obviously they signed Isaiah Hartenstein, and then obviously Lou Dort.
Yeah, that black man named right, Hartenstein.
I said Hartenstein.
Yeah.
Hartenstein.
Y'all said a black white man named right. Man.
Hey, his daddy black. He's black. His daddy's black. Isaiah Hartenstein came over for the Knicks. Obviously, it helped. Obviously, brought a little more toughness to the front line, and then obviously Lou Dort and everything. So now they're trying to become back-to-back champs, and it's not going to be easy for them, and they know it. Now let's move to the world of the NFL.
This is where I'm calling the names for myself coming out,
and that is the team who is the reigning Super Bowl champion, the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh yeah, don't forget we do got a big college football story to talk about that broke today. We're gonna talk about that in a second.
My calling on for myself is because last year, like everybody else, was rooting for the Eagles to beat the Chiefs because fuck the Chiefs.
Right.
I think, and shout out to Bella, not Bella, but I think a lot of these Eagles have become, and one championship have become way more exhausting than the Chiefs fans. I don't know how that happened.
Well, Philly is not. Yeah, let's go Ravens. Well,
how you rooting for the Ravens for?
Because they play the Packers tomorrow. By the way, the Packers no Jordan Love. No Jordan Love tomorrow.
No Lamar either, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be the battle of Snoop Huntley versus Malik Willis.
I'm too sorry. Two niggas that should have been playing different positions.
Yeah, one time when a brother should have been switching from quarterback to another position now. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, those are they're the champs right now, and obviously they won the division. They're trying to go back to back, but clearly they're not the same team because they are just they're bad now. But obviously, God forbid you say something mad about Jalen Hurts, you look like a hater.
That part is just as bad. Listen, man, a lot of the Eagles fans have become unbearable.
They really are.
And I get it because I know if the Bills ever won a Super Bowl, it's a lot of people saying the Bills fans is unbearable.
Dude, y'all really don't know. If this dude's squad win the Super Bowl, y'all better have. If he's at your house, I hope y'all have insurance. I hope y'all have good house insurance, television, house, electric. Because I don't want to be around this dude the day the Bills won the Super Bowl. I pray we're actually in the confines of his house and not anybody else's. If your team win the Super Bowl, you can be annoying.
No,
you too, Fat.
No, you
You too. You another one. You, Josh, Will. If all y'all teams won, because y'all didn't give me no look. Y'all let me be. Y'all was very timid when the Broncos won the Super Bowl.
Hey, Fat. No, you can't.
Come on, man.
No, you can't. Not the way Eagles fans are being annoying.
But yeah, it was. But yeah, that's the way the world is looking right now, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles. They're probably not going to repeat. We need to usually do when the first show of the year when Nick gets back. We're going to obviously recap our season, our preseason picks, because obviously there'll be Black Friday. There'll be Black Friday.
Bella, I just said not true. You've been cool. You've been cool, Bella. It's been you and a couple other people I know that's actually Eagle fans that's been cool.
Yeah, you've been straight. You've been straight, Bella. So you're an exception to the rule. But who's also not an exception to the rule?
It started when these dumbass Eagles fans got on there and said Jalen Hurts is better than Joe Burrow
and Josh Allen.
Well, I wouldn't go say Josh Allen because that's not me being biased.
I will. He's not better than Josh Allen. I'll say it. You're gonna see it on Sunday. He's not better than Josh Allen.
Well, John, we can't say that because he gets to play against the Bills defense.
I'll say it again. He's not better than Josh Allen. Yeah, your defense is not the best, but he is not a better quarterback.
Not good.
He's not a better quarterback.
Not good.
He's not good at the quarterback position.
And that's on our defense.
Your defense is not good, but he is not better at the quarterback position than Josh Allen.
I don't think so either.
And that's it. It's not even a discussion. But
hey, Fat, if I said shit, you let Chicago win.
All right, we'll see.
Hey, Fat, you're right. I'm not mad at that. But Fat, y'all ain't won since '85. It's different.
I think Fat would be more annoying if Notre Dame won the national championship.
Yeah, I don't mind if Bears win a championship. I don't ever want to see Notre Dame win a championship.
That'd be more annoying if Notre Dame won a championship, or if the Clippers won a championship.
Clippers fans deserve to be annoying because everybody talk bad about them.
Well, shut up.
Everybody talk bad about the Clippers. I don't want to see Notre Dame win a championship because I don't want to hear Fat. I'm gonna have to block that. And that's my brother right there. So
my dog. I ain't look, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to block that nigga. So.
But yeah,
I can live. I can deal with the Bears talk.
So
Bella said we delusional.
Yeah, y'all booed Santa Claus also. Y'all cheered when Michael Irvin got his neck broke, which is crazy to me.
Well, how do you break his?
When you good?
Was he the one who was doing at the game with Miami versus?
Man. When the Cowboys played the Eagles, I almost blocked John. Oh, why? Because of the world. Why you almost blocked me, like? Oh, you just answered the question. I was even. Oh my God. I totally forgot about that.
Said I almost blocked John.
No,
I thought that shit said I almost blocked
John. No, the hell she didn't.
Nigga,
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
I was about to leave. I was about to say, yo, what the fuck is happening here?
Is this why you almost blocked me, like? Because this team right there, them back-to-back World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
See what I said?
Yeah. If Notre Dame wins, I swear to God. I ain't going to be around Fat the day Notre Dame wins, dog. I'm putting this dude on mute. Like, dog, do not call me for
that shit is in January. I'm not talking to Fat until we go to Vegas.
Exactly.
And even in Vegas, I'm like, dog, you're not in the room.
Yeah.
No, you go find you.
Yeah.
Go pick a room. Somebody else come in the room with
I'm
you.
talking fat for like 2 months.
No, man. Notre Dame win a natty, dog.
Because when Georgia won, I let y'all niggas breathe a little bit.
Yeah. But him, and it was if the Niners win, I ain't gonna want to hear Josh and Will's mouth. They gonna hear Josh.
Will not bad.
Josh
is annoying.
Yes.
Josh is annoying. Josh gonna be annoying with it. Will only gonna be bad to you if y'all beat them. I mean, if y'all play them in the Super Bowl and they beat y'all.
Boy, let that happen, man. I swear to God, if the Broncos and the Niners win the Super Bowl this year in Santa Clara, where we won our last.
First time pulling up to everything. Yeah, I won't.
Yeah, Sports4U hosted by Fat. I'm leaving. I'm not gonna be around this dude.
Cool.
But these dudes right here on the screen, them back-to-back World Series champion Dodgers, the team that everyone's saying was ruining baseball because they spend money.
That's the first back-to-back team championship since Georgia, huh?
Yo, Denver isn't going to the Super Bowl. Well, are the Chargers going to get out of wild card weekend?
Holy shit! Here we go.
See? Talk to me when y'all ain't made it to the Super Bowl since the days of Stan Humphries, R.P. Junior Seau.
Everybody relax.
Come on, man. See? Lady comes back to the channel. All of a sudden, now y'all barely beat the Chiefs. We won. All right, I want to hear none of that. I want to hear that. Oh, y'all barely beat the Chiefs crowd. Where was this when we beat the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes? We barely beat them then. I don't hear nobody talking then. Oh, because we played the third string quarterback. Man, shut up, man. Best team money can buy. Hey, man, don't hate.
Everybody had a chance to buy him.
Exactly. Dave Roberts said he's not even against a salary cap. He's against teams not spending no money.
That's the problem. There's teams out here that's not spending the money because they want to keep it.
Exactly. He ain't got no problem if he get a salary cap because he feels like good. That means teams got to spend money. And I think it should be like that. There should be a floor for the amount of money you need to spend. If there's a salary cap, there should be a salary minimum of what you can't spend. Don't be coming in here with a payroll of $14 million, dude.
Yeah.
Got a minor league payroll. What are we talking about?
I think it's paying us.
Man, dude, I heard playing the dudes from the satellite out there. Got the dudes from the satellite who played in Major League and Rookie of the Year instead of going out there just paying dudes. By the way, why the heck is Kyle Tucker not signed yet? That's holding up free agency because I need to know, are the Dodgers are they really serious about re-signing Cody Bellinger? Look, we got Edwin Diaz. Cool. But I need to know if Kyle Tucker is holding up, why is he holding up free agency? You're the number one free agent. Go sign already. We went through this with Freddie Freeman, unfortunately. Sorry, Mark. But come on, man. Ain't nothing much. Spring training starts in 2 months, in almost a month. What are we waiting on? You gonna show up to the Arizona or Florida and have a press conference in the heat? Come on now. But anyway, the Dodgers are could three-peat. I have to believe it to see it. But as a Dodgers fan, I'm all here for it. And let me say this. I thought this series was dope. Dodgers Blue Jays World Series was dope. I'm still tripping off what I saw from Shohei Ohtani in the NLCS, hitting 3 homers and getting 10 strikeouts. I still ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, you're a GOAT. He's the Japanese Hershiser. I ain't not seen the one pitch that well since the Bulldog himself.
I used to eat Yoshinobu too.
Yeah, well, I like Panda. I'm more of a Panda guy. But we're trying to get. But no, China Gate.
Oh, woo!
What made it worse was yeah, we did win it on your birthday. That's right, Lay. You were here. You were in the city, and you were in the city too. you were a good omen that night. Appreciate it. Yeah, but yeah, that was a good series. It was one of the best World Series I saw in a very long time. And Dave Roberts is on his way to the Hall of Fame. Clayton Kershaw retires with the World Series.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. Freddie Freeman's going to the Hall of Fame. Mookie Betts is going to the Hall of Fame. I'm not even going to speak on Shohei Ohtani. He's in the Hall of Fame now. They just haven't retired his jersey yet. God, Angels. Golly, thank you very much. But let's see what happens with some of these moves we made with Edwin Diaz, what other move they're gonna make. And I know eventually they're not gonna be at the top for forever. But while they're there, I'm gonna enjoy it.
They're setting up to be on top for a while, though.
Yes. If we can somehow continue to hit the lotto through the Japanese baseball pipeline. We did it with getting Ohtani. That led to Yamamoto. They led the Roki Sasaki.
That's the name of my TV.
A Roki Sasaki? They're good. But them dudes right there. Back to back. Yeah. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Dodgers. Keep doing the Lord's work. And we're talking about this year in review, but obviously we look ahead to next year. And obviously one of the stories we've been talking about now has been Michigan. And today we got some news that came out of nowhere.
Oh shit, yeah. Somebody send me this.
Michigan has hired a new coach. And nobody saw this one coming.
Wait, ain't that the dude who was shooting the guns in Milwaukee when they were having the
Not him, man. Kyle Whittingham, the longtime coach in Utah, Coach Alan Smith, coached a lot of players in it. We talk about shortest retirement ever. Yeah, it was a short retirement because he did just announce that he was stepping down. He was going to become a special assistant to the athletic director. Are you good? He's so stupid, man. But now he is going to be the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, still stink. But Kawhi's been balling. But Kyle Whittingham now is the coach at Michigan. This news broke early this morning that Michigan shifted their focus toward him, and now he signed a 5-year deal. After weeks ago, he announced that he was going to step away from coaching in Utah and become a special assistant in the athletic department for the AD. And now he's going to Ann Arbor to coach the Wolverines. Yeah, I know, right?
What was I thinking about this?
Yes. Out of nowhere.
They had to do something because that quarterback that they have on the NIL money, I think he was headed to LSU. So they had to bring in a name. They had to bring in a name to fulfill that spot.
Well, shut up, Fat. Yeah. Y'all got lucky one. Y'all got lucky one night. Boo-hoo. Congratulations. And they had to, like you said. And he went to his players to Utah, told him he wouldn't be coaching in the bowl game. And now he's on his way. I believe they're playing Texas in the Citrus Bowl. So he's on his way to Florida to meet with the players, Michigan players and parents, and obviously trying to make sure that he doesn't lose any players to the portal, with the transfer portal opening up literally a week from today, next Friday.
I have a problem with college football. They should keep the portal closed until after the season.
I agree. But they open it 2 weeks before the championship, and obviously then it's closed and right before the national championship, and then National Signing Day happens. But I did not see this move happening. But let's see if Kyle Whittingham can he basically resurrect the program? Because I don't know, Michigan pretty much fell into this hire. I don't know who was taking this job. I know everyone was trying to bring up Kalen DeBoer, and obviously that didn't happen. And now it's not going to happen because now they got Kyle Whittingham. But I look at Kyle Whittingham. Obviously, he had a strong program in Utah. Remember, they had 2 players that unfortunately were murdered. And obviously, he's coached there for many years, pretty much after succeeding Urban Meyer there.
Now there's only one window.
Yeah, the one obviously now the windows. Yeah, the 2 weeks from the January 12th to the 16th. Yeah, saying when Marcus Freeman recruiting his ass off. And the team are recruiting him too. How you feel about that fact? Because it sounds like Marcus Freeman's name has been hot on the NFL radar. Obviously, I've heard the Giants, maybe the Titans, they're doing their due diligence on your boy, but this is a time where you got to start recruiting before the portal. So that's the big news of the day is that Kyle Whittingham is now the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines.
Chris, he was at Utah when Anthony was there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was coaching there the last 2. He's a coach there the last 2 decades. He's been coaching there since 2004. So I say he was the coach after Urban Meyer, and he's been the only coach they've had since Urban Meyer. So the question is, can he help Michigan dethrone Ohio State?
Dethrone Ohio State?
I said dethrone. Dethrone Ohio State is crazy.
Ain't that what happened with Urban Meyer?
No, that was in Jacksonville. He got fired. But those were deep throws. Shout to you. But yeah, it's an interesting hire. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna wrap this up. But let's talk about what was some of the best we liked in sports this year. I'll start with you, Mark. What was the best?
Josh Allen won MVP. You heard?
I hear you. Your quarterback won MVP.
OKC were in championship. I like seeing that. That was a young fighting team. I think for me that might have been it. That might change next year though, because if Georgia keep playing how they're playing, yeah.
For me, one thing I enjoyed last year when it comes to football, obviously the Broncos getting back to the playoffs, but Tennessee also finding a way back to the playoffs. Obviously, we ran into the wrong team. We ran into Ohio State, and they steamrolled us. But that was pretty much what I enjoyed on the football side. Basketball side, there's no way nothing can top being where you were the night you found out Luka got traded to the Lakers. There's nothing you can tell me that story alone, you just remember where you were when that Shams tweet went out if you're on the East Coast, it was at midnight. It was at 12:15 a.m. Eastern time, which is midnight Eastern time, which was 9 o'clock here on the West Coast. Where you were, what you were doing when you found out the Lakers traded for Luka Doncic. I'll tell you with me. I've told the story many times. I'm going to tell it again. Just finished.
Definitely.
No. Yo, you good?
Robin.
Yo, you all right?
Me?
The way my daddy, I didn't believe it at all. I just remember I just got home, took my pastor to the airport, to LAX, went and got something to eat. I was going to sit down, eat some In-N-Out, and homie Bass hit our group chat. He was like, yo, Shams just got hacked because there's no way Luka just got traded to the Lakers. And then I go look, and I see the tweet from Shams. Luka Doncic has been – the Lakers have traded – the Mavericks have traded Luka Doncic to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. And I'm like, nah. And then they go back, and he had a quote tweet himself. It was like, I did not get hacked. This is a real trade. I go to NBA TV, nothing. Go to SportsCenter, nothing. Go to local news, nothing. I do it again, nothing. I finally go back to SportsCenter.
Nothing.
Well, I will be 2 weeks. Oh my bad. I still have and I remember, I think it was Michael Leaves and Nicole Briscoe were hosting the Midnight Sports Center. By the way, shout out to El Duncan going to Netflix Sports, by the way. And they said they have breaking news on a huge blockbuster trade in the NBA. I was like, there's no way this happened. So I stayed on ESPN, and when they went back, that was the story, and that was pretty much what they talked about for the rest of the night. Every Sports Center, they even knew 2 a.m. Eastern Sports Center, to have Amina Smith and them was on there.
and it was all they talked about was Luka to the Lakers. I'm still trying to figure out how this trade happened. So that was my moment when I think about, oh my God. But obviously my favorite moment of the year is obviously the Dodgers going back to back. I mean, come on now. There's never going to be another better moment than that. And when joining the shows, we're near talking about this year in review. And I'm glad he's here because I got some questions to ask him. And that is the one and only Nick Free. What up?
Yo.
All right, Nick. What was your favorite moment? Yeah, you all right? Nick, you froze? No pun intended. But the Dodgers winning the World Series, going back to back in the World Series, it was gonna be my favorite moment of the year. And what we went through, everybody was hating, saying we were winning baseball. Ohtani just continues to be, oh, stop it, fat, whatever. Yeah, but yeah, the same way that David Stern basically gave y'all Chris Paul when he should have been a Laker. But I'll leave that alone.
That was kind of more like the Lakers' fault. But yeah.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Freaking Jim Buss. I'm Jim Buss and Mitch Kupchak, dude. But still, the basketball reasons crap was just stupid. All right, my Nick will be back hopefully before the show ends. But yeah, that was of course the Dodgers winning back-to-back World Series. So it was gonna be my moment. Obviously, I've seen the parade go through downtown LA near my job. That sea of blue, Dodger blue, everywhere. It was insane. From the morning you got up, walking these downtown streets, all the way until I got home, on my way home, and you just seeing Dodger blue jerseys and T-shirts and everywhere. It was a big party. It was, and I'll never forget it. I hate that I wasn't there, but obviously, it was a day. And now I hope we can do it again. Three-peat this time. Let's get it done. I wanted to ask Nick about this. I'm gonna get your thoughts. So we go ahead and look into the NFL games we got coming up this weekend. We start 2 games tomorrow. We got Lay's Chargers versus Cody's Texans. And shut up, fat. Playoff stakes are at this game. The Texans win or the Colts lose during the playoffs.
Colts is gonna lose.
But I need the Texans to win because a win from the Texans would clinch the AFC West for the Broncos. And then we got Packers and the Ravens. Now, because the Lions were eliminated by the Vikings, the Packers are officially now in the playoffs. If the Packers, led by Malik Willis, defeat the Baltimore Ravens, who will probably not have Lamar Jackson, the Pittsburgh Steelers will clinch the AFC North before they play the Cleveland Browns on Sunday. Okay, Lane, we'll see. Y'all better not lose tomorrow, because y'all lose tomorrow, that's a wrap. The Chargers lose tomorrow. There's no way for y'all to win the division because y'all have 5 losses. The Broncos have 3. Because we're the best team in the AFC. So take that. Obviously, we got Seahawks, Panthers. That's going to be a good game. Obviously, I just talked about Jaguars, Colts. Obviously, playoff implications with that game. But I want to go to this, and we got your boys against the Eagles, the last game of the day. And then in the afternoon spot, and then of course Sunday night lights with Fats Bears versus the Niners. But I want to talk about this toilet bowl game that's happening at 105 Sunday between the Giants and Nick Freese's Raiders. Both of these teams are at 2-13. As of right now, they got the playoff pitch, the draft picture right now. The New York Giants right now have the first pick in the draft, and then there's the Raiders, number 2. The loser of this game will be pretty much in the driver's seat to have the number 1 pick in the draft. Now, I don't know if you saw Max Crosby, obviously he was asked about this. He said, I don't give a about it. That's not my job. The Raiders put Brock Bowers on IR. They told Max Crosby he would not be playing on Sunday.
Some bullshit.
And Max Crosby left the facility. Let me say this. I respect Max Crosby for wanting to go out there and play. And obviously want to go out there and being loyal to his team and to the fans. But I'm gonna just say this. I don't condone tanking. But if you go out there and and have 5 sacks against Jackson Dart, you've pretty much y'all pretty much are going to win that game, and the Giants will pretty much have locked up the number 1 pick. Y'all need that number 1 pick. One, either to draft a QB,
Fernando Mendoza,
or y'all have the collateral to get as many draft picks and players y'all need to try to rebuild the squad. And as much as I hate the Raiders, and y'all know I hate the Raiders. I don't know if he said him in Chicago, but he probably wants his way out of Vegas. And this is my thing I said to Max Crosby. Don't end up like Myles Garrett. And I'll just leave it at that. All right. Let's get up out of here. But before we get out of here, Mark.
Yes, sir.
New Year's resolutions for any of your sports teams. And you only have 3, so
I got to get back more of it. And once Duke became a coach at North Carolina,
okay, that's 4. Yeah, they're actually 12-1. We're number 12 in the country right now. And Caleb Wilson,
the freshman.
Look out.
Yeah. Being a Bills fan has been hard for the past 2 decades. This part of being a Bills fan should be easy. We're a good team now. I hate our GM, so I'm writing letters to get him fired. I'm signing different names. I'm signing different signatures. We gotta get this man fired. That's it for me.
Pause, brother. Lakers.
Purple and gold don't really match.
Yeah, but we still make it work. Y'all need to get it together. We got new ownership coming in. Let's not make this. This isn't rocket science. Play defense, show some effort. To JJ, keep doing what you're doing. But just remember, this ownership didn't hire you and Rob Pelinka. So you're gonna have to. They're evaluating everything and everyone. And if Andrew Friedman and Farhan Zaidi go back to Mark Walter said y'all might need a change in the front office and the coaching staff. They're going to take it under consideration. Bears get healthy. Michigan keep whooping ass. It should be number 1. And Notre Dame keep all receipts. Dodgers, do not let this talk about a salary cap discourage y'all. Encourage it. Continue encouraging it. And go win 3 in a row. Bella says, can I get a consistent OC? Obviously, Kellen Moore's going. She's not high on Kevin Patullo.
But they have a different OC every year.
I bet it. Yeah, it does. Not necessarily.
Cam Chancellor was not better than Earl Thomas. He wasn't.
And then Tennessee football.
let's find it. We need a look. Offensively, we're good. We're gonna play in the Music City Bowl against Illinois. Our offense is always gonna be good under Josh Heupel. Can we get an SEC defense, please? And can we finally beat? Look, we was on the verge of beating Georgia, and we blew it in overtime. Josh Heupel got to keep winning these games. Okay, all right, now so relax.
They can go every game except for they won every game except for one, John.
Hey, we ain't beat y'all in 10 years, and this was the best opportunity we had, and we blew it.
Y'all didn't blow it, John.
That's what we did. Dog, you saw how close, man.
Y'all didn't blow it, John.
We were up on you. We were up in this game, and y'all came back and won. We blew it.
It happens like that.
I don't care. We ain't beat y'all in 10 years, Mark.
Georgia give people a false sense of pride. It hurt. Don't feel bad.
Lakers get a good wing players. Rams finish the business and get that chip. That's what Kansas. I guess that's the resolution.
Oh, John, that's your last show of the year?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Oh heck no.
All right.
Why do I feel like I just got set up right now?
I would like to say something. There is a promotion going on.
It's about
for the beginning of the year.
It's about
we having a 55% off sale on the Only Johns.
Thank God I ain't wearing that shirt right
It's
now.
a QR code that John is going to put up at some point tonight.
That's write it down.
Accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusation. And furthermore,
stick it down.
There you go.
That is not.
There you go.
That is not a QR code for no.
Whoever that QR code, we appreciate you putting that up. 55% off Only Johns. For the new year.
They say you from Only Johns is crazy. He's not. Trust me, he's not. So yeah, there's people behind the scenes who set me up again. Like Sam said, can my Rams get better special teams, cornerbacks, linebackers, better special teams coach, cornerbacks, linebackers, and O-line. Pat says, oh yeah, Florida State get back to being real Seminoles too. Sam also said, my Lakers get draft picks in return in time to build for the future. I don't know who you're trading. You're not
LeBron. Well, he can't. He got no trade clause.
Whoa. My bad. Anyway, probably Keontae Georgia the game winner again over the Pistons. Probably the Pistons have been balling. Hate them. Bella, relax. But yeah, that's what I want to see. In North Carolina, let's go ahead and get back to being North Carolina, please. We're looking good right now, and let's keep that going. But my Denver Broncos win a playoff game. We're not no more. Look, last year we ran into this guy squad and was one, and we were one and done. No, this is not true. But now, look, let's win a playoff game. I ain't got to win the Super Bowl this year, but let's make strides for the Super Bowl. Bo Nix will be more consistent. And that's about it. Look, y'all.
It's been a great 2025. We appreciate each and every one of y'all, every second y'all spent with us, commenting,
yes,
showing us love,
that's
sharing,
right. Absolutely,
telling people about us.
Yes,
we appreciate it all, man. From Sports4U, man. This is another year here, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, we've been growing. The brand's been growing. The subscribers were over 500 now. Subscribers on the YouTubicals. We're over 500. Shout out to my man Tribal Chief. Brought to you by the National. Thank you, JoJo. I can't use it when I'm.
Oh shit.
So,
all right.
I see the type of BS we on in the year, huh? Final show. Everybody just wants to be on. Just go out here and just eat their stuff.
Get your shit off, man.
But anyway,
holy shit!
Cool. I just posted somebody. We gotta end the show right.
Was the trees?
I don't know. We gotta end the show right.
it's time for the last calling out names of 2025. So this is my calling out names for the end of the calendar year. So anybody knows I'm a Broncos fan. And I'm gonna be real clear. All this hate I'm hearing from people like Nick Wright and all you people saying, oh, the Broncos ain't this and that. Kick boulders. Also, all you people who hate on the Dodgers all year.
Oh, yeah.
Padre fans, Giant fans, all y'all. Oh, everyone wants to say the Dodgers won baseball. Oh, beat LA. Yeah, how do I feel now? I don't want to hear none of that. Yeah. Oh, really? Let it go. That was a year ago. We beat y'all a year ago, Nessa. Yankees lost a year ago. You should be saying F the Blue Jays. They're the one who knocked y'all out the playoffs. We would have had Dodgers and Yankees in the World Series again and had y'all did y'all job. I don't hear that. F the Dodgers. We did our job. We went back to back. Anyway. So as we go into 2026, enjoy sports and let players be players. Don't act like do not do for clowns. And please, my last request to you as fans: these people have families. You got a mama too. Act like it.
Can I get one in?
Go ahead.
I want to use air parentheses to the Ravens fans and Eagles fans that somehow become obsessed with Josh Allen for some reason. Every single time y'all post something, y'all team can be playing, y'all posting about Josh Allen and the Bills. Let's get to celebrating y'all team. Stop doing get up the dick of the Bills, nigga. That's it.
And that's it. That was the last part of our name for 2025. We're gonna get up out of here. Again, this is the last show of the year. There's no show Tuesday. We will be back a week from tonight. The first show of 2026.
Are we in the same building or are we gonna be?
We'll be in the same building. We'll be in architecture next week. Okay. But our final Sports4U broadcast will be Sunday night lights, Bears, 49ers.
Ooh.
And there's a lot to play for because you got these two teams who are
both trying to play with.
Yeah, definitely a lot to play with during the game. Who are both trying to win their division. And the 49ers, if they win out,
gotta go to the picture room.
Yeah. They went out, they possibly do not have to leave the city of San Francisco for the entire postseason. That would mean they will have a first round bye. They will host the divisional. They could possibly host Championship Sunday and possibly host the Super Bowl. That has not been done ever.
Did I say this on air or not?
Go ahead.
Will made a proclamation that wherever we do the Super Bowl Sunday at is going to be in two separate rooms, and one going to be set up as Bills and one going to be set up as 49ers.
Well, we got to see if that happens.
Yeah, I told them I don't think our defense is that good enough to get there.
We'll see. We got playoffs. Look, when we get back here next week, we'll preview week 18. Well, obviously, we're talking about which coaches we think is going to get fired. Thank you for letting me talk. Let me talk. Oh wow, yes, JoJo's obviously. Shout out to JoJo and Nessa for last Saturday's watch along. Shout out to all the new listeners who came through the
new listeners.
Well, I'll say new, but if they've been watching,
if they listening to news, then shout out to them.
Yeah, they do this. Hey, we wouldn't know. I mean, that's their prerogative. That's their prerogative. But shout out to everybody. Nessa, JoJo, Late Night, you're back. Candace, thank you for your loyalty.
Nothing in the show. In the show, because I got a question to ask you. You out of pocket?
Well, I do. Anyway, but shout out to Sam, Trunks, Noodle, everybody who's been loyal to Sports4U from day one.
and all the crew. We'll be back next Friday because
Ain't that the dude y'all traded for?
No, that's no, he plays for the Phoenix now. Trade for who's that? Is that I know the dude's name. Oh, that's Time Lord. That's the dude from the Celtics. Robert Williams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, the dude we traded for is playing with Phoenix.
Oh, okay, got you.
The Iron. Hey, we'll probably start tonight. But yeah, when we get back next Friday, we're gonna obviously talk about what coaches could be coaching their last game on Friday, and who is gonna be in the playoffs. Who will be in the playoffs? Who's going to wild card weekend, and who is going to have first round buys?
Bye.
Thank y'all again for another great year. We will see y'all in 2026. But before that, we'll see y'all Sunday night for Sunday Night Lights. This has been the final Sports4U of 2025. I'm John. That's Mark.
Sometimes.
Thank you to a dope comment section.
A dope?
Dope comments. But it's all adults. I'm assuming everybody in here is adults.
It is a dope.
Yeah. And we will see y'all in 2026.
Yes.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Your music.